Hi ladies, it's Barbara Jacobs. I am one of your admins in the endometriosis group, and since the group has gotten so large, it has been really hard to stay one-on-one with all the girls, and we've been trying really hard. There's 9 of us. There's close to 3,000 of you now, which is great because we're all here to support each other. So we kind of collaborated that if we made personal videos, you girls could know who is giving you this advice or information so that you don't feel disconnected from us, so to speak. And so, yeah, we'll start there. Like I said, my name's Barb. I have been in the group from the beginning with Lori, and that was roughly 3 years ago that we started it. It all started with Dr. Doug. He started an endo group, and then we bombarded him with questions and facts, and he got overwhelmed and he deleted his page. So we decided to go ahead and make our own. And today we have almost 3,000 women. We have 6 to 10 branched out groups for different reasons for endometriosis. We have a family group, we have a fertility group, we have a just talk group, so you can just go and vent in there. We have infertility, we have post-hysterectomy, and we have a few local pages. And if you are interested in starting a local page, please just let one of us know and we can try to help you get started with that, because it's always nice to have endo sisters close to you. Even when they're close, though, you have to remember how hard it is to find the time that you're both capable of meeting. So try to be patient. I know that Melissa and I, even when we live 7 minutes apart, Melissa Rice is one of the other admins, it took us over a year before we actually even met in person. Now we're pretty much inseparable and we're really close, but finding the time to actually interact where we were both weren't in pain and didn't have things going on that were overbearing and too heavy to deal with meeting your people or finding time that worked for both of us. But anyways, so I'm a photographer. I have been for about 7 years. I've done families and weddings and just pretty much anything anyone would hire me for. And I really have a passion for weddings and the beauty of it. But I've kind of moved on to cosplay photography and steampunk, which might sound like I'm speaking a foreign language to a lot of you that aren't geeky like me. It's a lot of fun, and it gives you a lot of freedom to be someone else for even just for a little bit. And that way you feel that you're free. At least for me and Melissa, it gives us that sense. And we've been lucky enough to be able to work together and go to several conventions to do photography for them. And we have about 3 jobs coming up for the cosplay and the steampunk, and we're pretty excited. It's one of our favorite things. I have 3 kids. My oldest just turned 13, and after I had her, I was 18, scared, didn't know anything, but I knew I didn't want another baby right away. So I went and got a Depo-Provera shot because it's this great, wonderful shot that you only have to take once every 3 months. As soon as I was given that shot, my symptoms of endometriosis became extremely drastic. Within 3 days, I could not move. I had infections in my breast and in my ovaries and uterus, and there was nothing they could really do but try to control the symptoms. Since then, I have had pretty consistent pelvic pain. I found relief with different birth controls and treatments and surgeries, but I have not been lucky enough to find a more permanent relief yet. I'm much better than I have been in several years because I've been blessed enough to live very close to two of the top surgeons in the world, and I was blessed to be able to go to them to correct the hysterectomy I got that was done incorrectly. They have done 5 surgeries, so I have a total of 15 surgeries that I've had for endometriosis, and it sounds like such a large number, but for me, it's worth the fight. That even though I was to where I needed a lap about every year because they were using ablation, but I would get relief for almost a full year. So for me, that was worth it at the time because I didn't know any better. When I was 27, I had a doctor that didn't care to be educated or didn't care to educate me enough on the decision of having a hysterectomy. And he told me it could cure it or it could leave me wishing I hadn't done it. And at that point, I was just scared and I didn't know what to do. So me and my husband talked for a very long time, and he's been very, very patient through this whole process. And so we talked, and before I knew to research anything or learn more, I just trusted him because he had diagnosed me when so many doctors turned me away. For 2 years, I looked for doctors to believe me that something was wrong. So when he told me that I had to take a 1-month shot of Lupron, I agreed. And when I did that, just a minute, girls, I'll be right back.